Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 10 of Only in the UK. No one is as surprised as me that we've kept it going this long. And people have joined. It's amazing. Thank you everybody. Today we have Michael, who some of you will recognise from Pints and Ports. Michael has a lot of experience in the online dating world, and today's theme is vaguely dating. So he agreed to come on. I'm not good at introductions, I'm sorry.
Well, we were going to talk about dating culture, but it'd be nice to get an introduction from Michael.
Yeah.
Michael, is this the first you've heard about the topic?
Yes, of course.
Oh no!
It was nice of you to pick one that I can actually talk about. Although I'm very depressing when I talk about dating, I warn you. Background, I have worked in trust and safety by different names for the last 40 years now. Makes me the longest serving professional trust and safety person in the world, as far as I know. Worked for a bunch of dating sites since about the 2000s, spent the last 10 years at Match Group, head of safety for OkCupid, and also worked across Match Group for stuff. Mostly I dealt with the horrible stuff, so all the serious escalations, rapes, murders, kiddie stuff, all the stuff that nobody wants to know about, basically. And turned whistleblower, so now I can never be employed again in the industry, which I've found out to my cost. And that's about it. These days, in theory, I do consultancy on ethical use of AI, stuff like that, but nobody wants to pay me for that, so that's all right.
Yeah, when I said Michael has a lot of experience in online dating, I didn't mean.
I've got some
That's all right,
experience.
because I can provide the counter to that, can't I? Let's be honest.
Looking
Yeah.
at it now.
I'm not sure that's called dating. I think that's called gooning, isn't it?
Wait, good.
Sorry, what?
Gooning.
Oh, I'm gonna have to Google that later now. Well, why would you do this to me? I don't keep up with this.
I
It's
don't want
mine,
to
it does.
So, were there any massive data breaches when you were at the helm?
Data, what? I didn't really
Data
work
breaches.
on that.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
work on that sort of thing, but I mean,
Like,
OkCupid was the weird one in the thing because we fairly openly started. We always used to say we're not a dating site, we're a stats company. So we're spying on you. We're collecting this information to make dating better. So I mean, we weren't being covert about it in any way. We were saying stuff, and we published a blog every week on dating statistics that we'd got, who were the most popular, what would happen, and we did experiments on people. And there were like headlines saying, "OkCupid is using your data to experiment on you." Yeah, we just wrote a fucking blog about it 2 months ago. You twat.
What kind of experiments, though?
I mean, one of them we did was it turned into Crazy Blind Date, but we broke the pictures by accident one day. It wasn't an accident, obviously, but and then we started to see how interactions went and how long they lasted and what happened to them as soon as we turned the pictures back on. And that was a fascinating experience. They're all still around the data somewhere. Christian Rudder wrote a book called Dataclasm for the data people, which is basically a book that thick, full of dating stats and
wow.
interesting facts about dating sites. But yeah, as soon as we turned the photos back on, the people who were classified as not being attractive, their messages suddenly stopped. I mean, it really is that superficial. It's
Yeah.
it's
I've
depressing.
seen the first season of Love is Blind, except everyone on there was pretty good looking, so it was a bit pointless.
I need to watch it. Yeah,
I only watched the first season. After that, I was like, yeah, I think I've got the idea now. I don't need to watch all the spin-offs, different global ones. It doesn't. Yeah, no, there were no, normal to slightly, you know, fives and sixes or whatever. Everyone was like, you couldn't really go wrong if that was,
It
you
doesn't matter
wanted
who
to
you
make sure you're.
pick.
Yeah, everyone was like a base level good looking. So that part was kind of, it didn't even matter anyway. So okay, well, it's a
It's
safe
almost
bet
as
whoever you
if they were
pick.
handpicked to appear on
Yeah,
television.
I know, but I don't know. It just seemed a bit pointless.
And they always accuse the dating sites of putting fake people on there. And there was a company called Cupid in Britain that was prosecuted for it. And there was a really good BBC documentary on it. But that wasn't OK Cupid. But the dating sites get so many people going through them, and you look at the millions that are trawling through those dating sites, that they don't need to make fake pictures. They're going to get pictures of real people. But each one of them tends to classify attractiveness in a different way. And they'll always push the attractive people to the front, which is stupid because people will never get replies from them. So it's a bit of a shit show, modern dating site.
What is success rate? Oh, sorry. Mark, why don't you go first?
No, you carry on.
No, I was just curious. What's the success rate for people to actually go on to, I don't know, date someone for a year or so after if they meet them through a dating app? I mean, I normally see them as kind of hookup apps, right? Instead of dating, but are they actually successful?
OkCupid was the one that they used to base it on marriage things in the New York Times. That's how it used to be measured. And OkCupid was always the top of that. But then the culture changed. Tinder changed the culture a lot. Grindr changed the culture first, and then Tinder sort of changed it a bit more. So they basically took Hot or Not and made a dating site out of it. I don't know how old lots of you are, but Hot or Not was, it was the first of the swipe based purely on attraction. And then Tinder turned that into a dating site and pretended it was a new idea, which obviously was bollocks.
Yeah. You also hear the rumours about paywalling as well. So with things Tinder and Bumble and all the usual go-tos, if you ain't going to stump up your cash, you ain't getting out there anyway. So it's just kind of a waste of time.
The funny thing,
hide your soulmate from you.
I was just on an Australian I was just on an Australian documentary show discussing Match Group, and the day after it aired, I noticed my lifetime premium had been taken off me on OkCupid, and I just keep it for historical reasons because it's interesting to see what they change. And I'd not got any likes for ages, and suddenly the day my premium was taken off me, I'm suddenly getting all these likes and messages saying, if you sign up, you can see who these likes are. It's a bit suspicious, isn't it?
Just a touch. Because the other method they go, some other sites and what have you, you have to buy credits to message. So of course, when you first sign up, you get all these messages come through, which always makes me laugh because it's before I've actually built a profile, and you'll have like 4 or 5 messages waiting, and you know straight away, it's time to just come straight off because this is a waste of time. But yeah, having to pay for the messages, it's just. I don't know. It just reeks of a scam sometimes.
That happens. I can only talk about Plenty of Fish on this one because I know that algorithm thing. So what Plenty of Fish could do is could show you new users. So people would normally look for fresh meat. So sometimes that's why, and the bots would also do the same. So you're getting messages from people who are looking just for fresh meat.
Isn't Plenty of Fish for like the religious one?
No, Plenty of Fish is.
Okay.
It's turned into
Christian Mingle or something.
Oh, that was Christian Mingle. Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry. When you said fresh meat, I was like, but isn't that the Christian one? And I yeah. Okay.
No, it's Plenty of Fish in the Sea. It's not like the Jesus fish, whatever that is.
I used to work for a Christian dating site in England, and I worked for it for 2 years, and I can't remember what it was called. It was fucking awful.
And then did it fold? I don't even know who would be on there.
It was a company that ran loads of different dating sites, and this was, I can't remember what it was called. Life of me. 2 years I spent doing
Christian Dating UK.
No, the same
They
company.
missed a trick there.
There was an
Jesus loves
Australian.
God will fix it.
I can't remember what it is. They ran one called Ivory Towers as well.
Not too ugly for Jesus.
The one for priests got shut down though.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Everyone was too old.
The thing about Christian
No,
dating
too young.
No, too old for the priests.
Oh yes, yeah.
Because scammers always pretend to be God-fearing Christians because it makes them seem more trustworthy. I don't know, it was tigers going after sheep in those bloody places.
with
Yep.
the Mirror that they have a dating section.
Oh, you love the Mirror. You're their biggest fan
Yeah,
now.
so
You're all over it.
they have a weird news section, and I've been going on there to try to get articles for what we can talk about every week, just so that if we don't have something, then
We've
we
told
have
you
a...
before, this is not journalism.
Look, I have a lot of time on my hands, okay? I have a lot of time to read. And so I looked at the top banner, and in the fly down menu, the buttons you can press down, I saw dating. And I said, dating? On the Mirror? Who's mingling here? You know? So I pressed it, and oh my god, it's a wild ride. It takes you to another site, and on it you'll see pictures of men, generally 50, 60 range, and the men will have somewhere normally between 1 and maybe 14 thumbs up, because they have thumbs up next to their photos.
I thought you were going to say chins for a minute there.
No,
I didn't know what you were going to say.
No, and then so they have the thumbs up icon. You can just give them a thumbs up if you think they look good. I saw one
Oh.
guy that had a very trendy off-center diagonal photo. Well, he's straight. Ooh, look, my modeling shot. His blue steel look. And this is the guy that had 13 thumbs up. They were, yeah, look at him. But the women, I saw some that had 38 thumbs up. And I'm, all right,
Wow.
so women basically have pick of the litter when it comes to the dating apps.
They do, but they also get so many messages, they're never
Yeah.
they're never going to reply. So, I mean, it's a two-way thing.
Yeah.
The nice men who actually message them are just going to be hidden in a pile of shit that nobody's ever going to read. And 200 messages, they're not going to read those 200 messages. And that's the first day. Christian Connection, that's what it's called. Christian
Oh,
Connection.
okay.
Christian Connection.
I won't try that one.
Yeah, I will not remember that one.
Wonder if I've still got an account on it.
Oh yeah, you probably had accounts on all of them, right? If you were before.
I've got accounts on everything, yeah.
How many of these dating apps how many of these companies own multiple dating apps?
And Match owns nearly all of them. I mean,
Yeah.
it owns,
what was
I think, 80% of the dating apps in the thing. But basically, when you've built a dating platform, it's easy enough just to spread out instances of it for different things.
Mm.
So, I mean, Wildernet runs Christian Connection Australia, Ivory Towers, and a bunch of others. And there was a big company in the UK that started dating sites. I forgot what it was called, but it was one of the first. They were great.
I remember my friend did one through, it wasn't the Mirror, it was the Guardian dating thing.
Oh, that's in class.
So you would assume that you'd meet people with similar views to you or whatever. But the thing is, she went on there and one of her matches, or she was browsing or whatever, I didn't go on it, so I don't know how it works. But anyway, there was someone that one of her friends was on there, and she immediately just freaked out because she was like, "Oh no, he's gonna know I'm on here!" Blah, blah, blah. And anyway, so she just deleted her entire profile because she didn't want to run into this guy. Because she didn't know whether he'd already seen her profile and everything. So if she blocked him or whatever, he'd be like, "Oh, I saw you were on blah, blah, blah." And then he would have, I don't know. Anyway, she was hideously embarrassed about the whole thing. So she just quit almost instantly. Just a bit of a shame.
Facebook dating came out in Canada as a beta. So the Match Group marketing and product people asked me to go on there and send them screenshots of everything. So I was very early on Facebook dating. And we used to call it Date Your Mum's Friends. That's what it is. Strange site. I don't like Facebook dating.
That is true. And then, oh yeah, eHarmony was another one. Is that still going?
Oh yeah.
eHarmony's doing well. It lost money in COVID. Or did it? No, it didn't.
I would have thought it. I don't know. That would have been.
Only 2 companies lost money in COVID, and OkCupid was one.
I bet Pornhub made some money during COVID.
Yeah.
They all made a bloody fortune, apart from some. Yeah.
Yeah, I found that surprising that they would have lost money. But yeah, because I remember eHarmony was always a bit, it positioned itself as, this is more of a deep relationship kind of match rather than,
Didn't
exactly.
Didn't the adverts used to have the founder or whatever on the eHarmony? And he was this old guy, or, well, not old guy, but I was pretty young, so he was probably middle-aged, and I thought he was an old guy.
Like 25.
Yeah, I mean, I was probably, I don't know, early teens when I started seeing these adverts, right? So I don't know. He seemed old, but then he was always boasting about how great eHarmony was, and I was just I don't know. If it were me, and eventually I guess I did a little work in marketing, but I don't know. I don't know if I would have put the founder's picture on there. Wouldn't you have put attractive people on there?
Was
But
it
for the
Neil
adverts on
Clark?
TV.
eHarmony ticks over. Zeus was the other one.
Whoa.
Zeus and OK Cupid that lost money in COVID.
Wait,
Oh,
Zeus?
never heard of
Zeus,
Oh,
the one that
Zeus.
nobody's ever heard of.
Oh, no, I've heard of it. It's still around.
It's still around, and it used to be the biggest of the free dating sites, but nobody'd still ever heard of it.
Wow,
I don't know
yeah.
where they came from.
I remember
Oh,
seeing the adverts on the webpage advert.
The founder of eHarmony was Neil Clark Warren. And he's 90, so he was still pretty
Oh,
young.
so he
Yeah,
actually
that's
was
all.
the old guy. Okay,
That
yeah.
was him.
Yeah, it
There
must
might
have
have been more than
been.
one founder, but yeah, he's pretty old. So he's still alive.
Oh, okay, so I wasn't being mean. He actually was old.
Yeah.
Okay.
Impressive. Christian Mingle did the best marketing by making a fucking movie out of it. If you ever watched
Really?
a Christian Mingle movie, you should.
No.
Should
It's one
I?
of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
I've seen a
yeah.
lot of bad movies.
I
Do
have to
it.
know. I have to know what the plot line is.
I know.
You can guess.
Yeah, got a vague idea.
I'm not gonna watch it. Give us a synopsis.
Idiot man meets
There are
Christian
two
woman and pretends to be a
Christians.
Christian to date her, and suddenly finds God.
So,
Happy ever after. I've ruined the movie for you. Sorry.
Oh, it's a 4.2 on IMDb.
Yeah, spoiler alert. No, I'm joking.
And there's a short called there's a different one, probably not by the same people. It's called The Gay Christian Mingle. I don't think that's related. Oh,
Wait.
it's a 7.
Oh, that one's better.
Right.
Oh,
it's a much better movie, apparently.
yeah.
It's only a short. Might as well watch that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put on my watch later list.
Man meets woman. Man falls for woman. Man gets indoctrinated into a cult.
That's
That would've
probably
been a better
not.
synopsis.
That's probably not what happens in Gay Christian Mingle.
No.
No, I was talking about the other one.
Well, the other one it is like that, but it's the opposite way around. The gender roles.
Ah.
Gwyneth
What,
gets
woman
in
meets
touch-
woman.
No. The woman gets in touch with her spiritual side.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, Stephen Tobolowsky's in it.
Who?
Ned Ryerson
I thought it
from
was.
Groundhog Day. Come on,
Oh
guys.
my god.
What's that really annoying guy
Anyway,
who
he's
was
in it.
Xena called Hercules? The guy who played Hercules, the Christian weirdo.
Oh, Kevin something.
Sorbo.
No. Yeah.
I'm surprised Kevin Sorbo isn't in all these movies.
Yeah.
Katie, how do you know
With
the
a
names of
Stephen-
all these obscure people?
Because
He's not obscure. Well, no, I was looking at the IMDb page for Christian Mingle movie. I wasn't making it up, and then I was just looking to see who was in it, and I was like, Stephen Tobolowsky's in it. But oh, hang on, somebody's
So
trying
in-
to hack
in
into
this
my
case-
Zoom.
She read the.
Yeah, I read it, but I know who he is.
Someone's trying to hack into your Zoom.
Well, apparently, I just had this thing pop up that says someone's trying to directly access it. I just said yes. I don't know who he is.
It's like,
Hope it was
hello.
one of you.
Why don't you tell us about your worst dating experience? Welcome, stranger.
Yes.
Yeah. Show yourself. Yeah. Oh, dear.
So-
Oh, well.
At least for Michael, Katie, and I, we're all living in a different country. So do we have any? I don't know. I mean, I have some stories, I guess. I dated in the US. I dated in Europe. I would say the worst experience I had was dating a Frenchman. Yeah,
Going against popular opinion. Go on then.
that's the thing. People are always, oh, Frenchmen, Italian men, oh. But I don't feel this way. Well, my aunt's married to an Italian, and I think the guy is great, but would I marry an Italian? Probably not. Just based on what I've seen, I think the culture clash is a bit too much.
Just one man.
No,
Yeah,
I mean he's
has
very
ruined it for-
no,
for-
no, no,
for the
no. He's very
entire
hard
Europe.
work. He's a very hardworking man, right? He's a really hardworking man, and I'm too needy. This guy's out from sundown to sundown, working all day, and then he comes back and then he's tired, and I can't understand him because I don't speak Napolitano. For me, I can understand that would never work out for me. But
Okay. What a great
What-
reason.
well, just being realistic,
That seems fair. I think if you're going to be with someone long term, you should probably be able to speak the same language. You know.
yeah,
Oh.
probably.
Maybe a few
It
words. I
depends.
don't
If
know.
you just point at what you want,
Yeah, you've just like blacklisted an entire country because you say Italians are too hardworking. I mean, I don't think that's a
No,
national stereotype, is it?
This guy, he's one of these. What are they called? A mason
farmer?
worker.
Okay.
He works at the stones inside the mountain because they have to build the houses inside of the mountain. So he makes the area to build the houses and stuff. That's, I don't know. And then I go there.
They're like-
Whenever I meet them, they're all really chatty and chatting really fast, and none of them speak English.
so he goes out for like 14 hours a day and gets stoned.
I'm
Brilliant.
saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But also, that's
basically.
it sounds like a job he's made up to explain his long absences because they have like some
No,
kind of
no, that's the
diggers
thing.
or explosives or something.
What did you do
Man,
today?
like,
See that
chipping
hillside up there? Yeah, I was up there for about 14 hours
Yeah,
chipping
yeah.
out stone. Oh,
Yeah, it's also a bit
absolute
boring,
nightmare.
right? Like, it's a bit
It's like,
boring.
but there's no
You-
buildings up there. No,
Not
but
what
there's a
you're doing.
right comfy patch of grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's no grass. It's a mountainside. I told you. It's just
No, there probably
rock.
was.
At some point. But
think
they
he's
dug
lying
that up
to you.
too.
He's lying to your aunt.
No, but that's the thing. It's a bit boring, right? You spend I don't know. It just seems a bit boring to me because then what do you talk about? If you could understand each other, if you're working all day, if both.
I
of
assume
you...
your aunt speaks Italian, yeah?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, okay,
You
yeah.
could go
I
out
mean,
with
she does.
somebody.
Yeah, she wouldn't just live there and marry somebody. But
Well, he's never there, you know.
yeah,
Cook dinner for someone and get every night and get a free house, you know.
true. But yeah, I don't know. When I dated the French guy, he was younger than me also, and it made me realize that I would never date somebody younger than me ever again.
Yeah, but you're quite young anyway. So how young was this person at the time? I'm saying they're probably going to be quite young. And again, you've blacklisted an entire tranche of the human population because of your experience with one person who was probably 19.
No. He was in his 20s. I was in my 20s. But he was just so stupid. This is the problem. He would always talk as though he was some kind of philosopher. But he was just not really bright. So you say something but in a way that it's supposed to be really dramatic and really holding so much weight. And then I was like, I can't do this. It's too dramatic and it doesn't even mean anything. So yeah.
So
Maybe
that's
I
it.
am.
No
Maybe I am
French.
harsh.
No one younger than me.
Right?
You're
Maybe
very-
I am harsh. I don't know.
You're very harsh. However, you are in a relationship right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm married now.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you're married. Okay. Well, there you go.
After the French
It obviously
guy.
worked.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm taking it that he's not French or Italian, and he might be the same age or older than you.
He's born exactly almost exactly 1 year older than me.
Oh,
1
okay.
year before me.
Phew.
Yeah, like 1 year, 1 week. And no, he's Swiss, but not French
Ah,
Swiss,
okay,
German
good.
Swiss.
Not
Not
you
even
know,
the French Swiss are allowed.
I'm very good about doing my
No
filtering.
Canadians.
I never dated a Canadian. I dated some Americans. I dated a Dutch guy because I live in the Netherlands. With the Americans,
Just convenient.
yeah, I don't know. With the Americans, I never had a serious relationship in the US.
I don't think anyone does.
No, they like
Well,
date. Well, all the American dating culture, people would date. That always used to seem very foreign to English people. I remember in America, we're dating. It doesn't mean we're in a relationship. It means we can also see we can date other people
Yeah.
at the same time, kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know whether that actually happens in real life, but I remember
It
that always used to
does.
seem very strange. But I don't know if people still do that.
In my head, American dating culture is like Friends, the
Mm.
TV show.
Or
I'm
like
sure it
Sex
isn't,
in the
but-
City.
Yeah,
They
but
can
then
also be quite secretive as well.
yeah, but even
Tell
in
you in a
Friends,
minute.
they weren't like dating multiple people at the same time, were they? They were just seeing one person and then they would break up,
No.
whatever, and see another person. I don't know. I don't remember people having
Joey
multiple
was.
boyfriends on the go. Oh, well, I know, but he was
Oh, sorry.
Italian, wasn't he? Yeah. No, I don't know. Well, they weren't main. He wasn't like dating Monica, Phoebe, and Rachel like at
No,
the same time or anything. So yeah, I don't know. I suppose as long as people know what the situation is, it's not a big deal. But yeah, it just always seemed kind of strange because normally it'd be one
Yeah.
person. It would always be because one person would be seeing other people and then the other person wouldn't be.
But that
So
still
it was
happens.
unfair. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure it happens.
I know somebody like this in the US. who would date multiple people at the same time, and I'd be like, but aren't you dating this person? And I would also always identify who they were dating by the physical characteristics that she gave them. So I'd be like, oh, what about body of a god? What about this guy? What about big drummer guy? And so this is how I would I would just describe the people. And no, like she would just wait for the guy to tell them they thought they were exclusive, but often it feels like the man assumed that they were exclusive way before that point. So it always seems strange to me, but I think that the dating culture in the US, it is a lot more casual, and
We
people
have
will say
words
that
for
they're
people
like to
that.
get. Yeah.
Do you know, 'cause OkCupid was the polyamorous dating site of all of them, so there was a lot set up for poly people on OkCupid. But the people who built the product designers of the site didn't understand it, so they thought that to be poly, you'd have an extra partner thing. So poly people don't have one also seeing. They have 20 also seeings in different categories of something, and they just couldn't grasp that. But for OkCupid, what it does mean is that once you don't get that spillage. So as soon as somebody's dating somebody, they don't quit the site, which they do on most of the monogamous dating sites.
They
So,
quit beforehand.
Or they quit beforehand. But OkCupid people, once they've found a date, they'll stick around on OkCupid openly. So it's quite interesting in that sense. But I say it's the biggest dating site. There's still only about 15%, 20% that are poly, but it is the main dating site for poly people. So it's quite interesting. So there's a very different ethos just built into the platform about it.
I suppose that's a good point, because I think I said to you before that the dating website thing is a flawed system, because if they're ever any good at it, people aren't going to come back. It's not porn or food or something, you're not going to keep buying it.
You can't go back to some of that now. You have to upload your ID.
I sent you I sent you an email voice. I sent you a WhatsApp message that you didn't respond to.
I did respond to it. I said nope.
Oh,
What was it?
Okay. I'll send you a link and some credentials.
They make it addictive, so people do want to go back. I'm ignoring this talk about misusing dating sites in the background.
Well, I don't know about like
No,
the
it's
dating
not.
sites.
No. I asked Mark if he had a VPN, and he said he didn't, and I said I'd hook him up.
I can't hear you.
It'd be a good time if you had a Surfshark sponsorship.
I do have in fact, yes.
Oh well, maybe we should put a link.
If anybody wants Surfshark, I have an affiliate link. If you want your internet secrecy back, anyone in the UK, click my link.
I'm not going to compete with my private internet access affiliate link.
But how could a dating site? Why would they be set up to work? Because you were saying it's not a good business model, right? If it's set up to work.
The turnover's so high that it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
So once somebody's been on, most normal people once they've been on a dating site for 7 or 8 weeks, want to murder themselves. So the women will quit because they've got thousands of messages they can't respond to. The men will quit because all the attractive women that they've messaged haven't responded to them. So the turnover anyway. Sometimes there's some people will quit because they're dating. Sometimes some people will quit because they've lost the will to live.
And some probably both.
Some both. And then there's the poly people who just stick around and see what happens.
Yeah, so, getting into that part of the market must have been a good catch.
It's a good target audience. Also, OkCupid was the first of the LGBTQ ones. It's the only person to add extra genders, to add male to male, female to female, male to anyone, female to anyone, other to anyone. We added all the asexual stuff, which I didn't think we needed, but I got yelled at by the people in my team and told I was a dinosaur.
Wait, but why would an asexual person be on a dating site?
Well, they still want to date. They just.
Yeah, I think they can still date. I think
Tag people straight away.
Oh,
So
no, I'm thinking about the people that are aromantic.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's what I was
Not
thinking
me.
about. I got confused
Sorry,
for a second.
not
I was
the
like,
the target audience.
no, I was completely confused about what we were talking about. Never mind.
what's the worst date you ever had, Michael?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've had a lot. I could just give. Can I just give nationalities?
Well, we've seen how well
We're-
that went with tomorrow.
We're looking for a story.
I don't really have one. I did meet this weird couple once and didn't, with my partner at the time, didn't realise that they were those weird couples who play board games, who have weird YouTube videos made about them, who you want to avoid at every cost, who want to do this weird foursome thing. And I wish they'd been straight up about it, because they were horrible people. But I mean, there's no good story to this. It was just horrible. They were just creepy. And I couldn't even ban them because I had no reason. That would have been a misuse of my thing, but I could block them quite heavily. But
Well, did you ever use the dating sites that you were?
I used them a lot. I met quite a lot of people, but I also used to date a lot of Finns because I was around on IRC in the early days when it was mostly Finnish people. So I ended up dating a lot of Finns, and I discovered that I'm semi-autistic, so I'm probably more than semi-autistic, so I'm fairly autistic, and I like people who communicate directly. And I discovered in my earlier dating days that Finns are brilliant at communicating directly. They've got no barrier. They just say exactly what comes into their head. And the further east you get, I've noticed, from Finland, the worse it is. So dating Estonians, you suddenly get this one level up above Finns, that they're just plain rude. And then Russians are just brutal. It happens with Icelanders as well. They've got no barrier. They're just. But I find it interesting the nationality dating is interesting. So I prefer dating Eastern Europeans, just because you don't have to guess what's going on in their heads. It's just open. And then you come to Canada and America. Fucking hell, these people don't talk. These people can't say what they're thinking in the slightest. It's just guesswork all the way through. So yeah,
Very
miss Eastern
interesting.
Europeans. Brits are just as bad. Sorry, they do guesswork for Brits as well. Sorry, all the British people on this channel, but I'm one too.
Right.
So
Most of the people who watch are American.
yeah,
I
Americans
don't get
are
it.
They need to be direct. Say what you're thinking. Don't try and make people guess. And you see it. And I mean, I've read more conversations from people dating than probably anybody in the world. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions. And there's so much misunderstanding in these conversations where somebody thinks one thing and somebody thinks the other one. And if you've got it in context, you can see it just going so wrong. I was talking to Dave about AI losing its way as you get further into a conversation. But these dating site conversations, they just verge, and two people are talking about something utterly different. And bear in mind, I normally read reported conversations, so I don't read conversations that haven't been flagged. So I'm only reading conversations that you can see where they've gone wrong. And it's not, everybody blames the male, and 99% of the time they're true, but a lot of the time is just miscommunication on either gender's side. And it's just people not setting expectations, saying something one time and then changing without changing their consent model. And it's just a mess. People don't know how to talk to people. People need training to go on dating sites. I said this in an interview a while ago. There should be a bloody course in college teaching people how to use a dating site before they're allowed onto them.
I think there should be a course for people to date. I'd have signed up to that at college. If that had been an evening class, I'd have gone to that.
I
think the thing is as well, if you're too direct with people, that being in the West as we are, if you are direct with people, people hate that. Absolutely hate that.
That's a good way of filtering people out who are not going to be good for you.
Yeah. But and as well, it's a text message. So I hate text. I really do, because there's no tone, there's no inflection. You can't always judge exactly what's being said, and sometimes it can mean one of three different things. And then you're left to pick one or ask for clarification. So you ask for clarification and they think you're mental. And it's like,
And the game is up. You've been
People
busted.
the dating sites don't
Shit.
think you're mental. They're just viewing you as being careful. So, I don't know. It's kind of a pre-filtering.
Yeah.
That's why most of my WhatsApp messages and everything always have the emoji afterwards. So, because whenever I say something, I'm joking 99% of the time. Whenever I say it. So, yeah. It's my
I
friend. If I don't put one on the end, I feel really weird. And I'm like, oh no, no one's going to understand that I was just being silly.
I think it's sad that we've reached a point in the human condition where people can't understand language enough to the point where they have to put little emojis on stuff.
I'll like start a sentence. I'll be like LOL and then say my sentence and then end it with LOL.
The LOL
Just in
sandwich.
case they weren't sure.
Dating sites are misleading because they don't identify the culture gap. So if an American is talking to a Brit, they think they're speaking the same language, but a lot of the time they're not. They're talking at cross purposes. They've got completely different cultural backgrounds. And Brits will just take the piss out of any well-meaning American as soon as they can. Which
No.
That's what they're for.
No.
somebody Dutch, French, or anybody would just German would recognise that instantly. But Americans and Canadians don't, and they're just so sincere.
Yes, that was the word, sincere. I was thinking earnest, but yes, sincere is better.
It's not a bad thing of theirs. It's just a cultural chasm between.
Was it your dad, Dave, at Stonehenge that was
Yes.
tricking the Americans?
I don't think Michael's heard this story, but I took my dad to Stonehenge. I don't know why. I wanted to go, and I was like, he can drive. We'll go. So we went there, and he got bored after about 5 minutes. He walked around. He's like, that's right. Yeah.
Load of stones.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah. And then there was a group of American tourists, the stereotypical, as you would see on a British TV show, American tourists. And he walked over and he started chatting to them, and I was like, oh, fucking, here we go. And he's talking to them, and they said, isn't this great? Isn't this great? What do you think of it? He said, it's okay, I guess. It'd be good when it's finished. And they were like, what? He said, you see all that construction equipment over there? They were building the visitors center at the time. They said, yeah. He said, well, about 10 years ago, some archaeologists found some stone tablets buried over there, and it turns out it was supposed to have a roof on it, so they're going to build the roof. And they were like, no way! One of them took their phone out and immediately put a thing on Facebook about it. And then he just walked off and he was like, fucking idiots. Can we go now? He does shit like that all the time. I remember we went to Swanage on holiday when we were kids. Stayed in a caravan. And we went to this fish and chip shop. And he had a big van with seats in the back, and so we went and got fish and chips and came back out, and we all opened up our fish and chips in the back of the van, and he went, I'm not having this. I was 5 years old. I knew something was going to happen, but I didn't know what it was. We all got out and followed him back into the chip shop, and he's gone, here, mate, come here. This poor lad behind the counter. He's gone, did you cook this fish? And he said, of course we did. Why? He said, because it's eating all my fucking chips.
Yes. An ex of mine grew up in the Australian southern deserts. So she was odd anyway, but she had a story about when Bill Bryson went to town to interview a bunch of them for his Australian.
Bill Bryson. And
they just made everything up. He gave them a complete load of bullshit, and he printed it. So much of that Australian book was probably just Australians just making shit up.
Oh no!
Because they couldn't do that in Britain because he lived here for so long. But the Australians just took advantage of it. I've never read the book, but I'd love to know what was just made up and what was real.
There's a thing I've read of his. I've listened to that chapter so many times, but he's talking about cricket, but like the Americans' perspective on cricket. It's so funny. If you search for Bill Bryson on cricket, the video is called. It's on YouTube, and it's just the audio file. It's fantastic.
I'll type it in the chat so I remember.
Finally.
I'm gonna have to look that up myself.
Mark, tell us about.
Come on.
Bless you. Tell us about.
I'm going to the loo, so I'm going off camera for a second, and I'll listen while I'm going.
Oh. Now we can all imagine Michael going for a pee while you tell us your story.
Wonderful. Oh, good lord. Which one do I start with?
Mark just pulls out like a thick volume, like.
Yeah, I'll just get my binder. Hang on. Well, a lot of it's been, to be honest with you, and to be completely truthful, I've not been on many dates. Not at all, by anyone's stretch of anyone's imagination. One that sticks out in recent times, a couple of years ago, I think this was, and it was over in Newbury. So met up by Newbury Castle and spent the next hour and a half listening to somebody talk about how terrible their ex was and how this had gone wrong and that had gone wrong, blaming him for absolutely everything, and how much they hated them and everything. And thankfully they did me a favour, because I got a message on the way when I was driving back home. I got a message from them just to say, I don't think it'd work out. It's like I was like, you were going to get the same message as soon as I pulled over. So
they were like, sorry, I just realised I still want to be with my ex.
But
sorry.
It was like,
he came back.
Go get over that first, and then think about actually starting to see other people.
Maybe on her next date, she spent the whole time talking about how crap you were.
Oh yeah, because I just sat there and didn't say anything.
Can you imagine he didn't even provide commentary when I was telling him all about my ex?
You didn't say a word.
I don't know. The only other one I can really think of. So got to rewind time now. Let's go back to 1998. When I was first online and in the chat rooms and chatting to people from all over the place, and I was talking to some people in Radford, and we got on quite well.
I don't even know where Radford is. Where's Radford?
West Virginia, I do believe.
Oh, I thought it was somewhere in
England.
England.
Wait,
no.
In West Virginia?
Yeah,
I went
somewhere
to
around
university in West Virginia, and I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, it was Radford University they went to, actually.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I was talking to them and hit it off, spoke to them on the phone many a times, which I had my own phone line at the time, and then run up a massive bill, because the international calls back then were fucking expensive. We used to send letters and stuff, and because that was the only way you could send a picture, kind of back then properly. So you send me a picture and everything. And then one day she turned around and she went, why don't you take a holiday? And I went, that sounds like a really good idea. This is probably in the early September. And she was like, why don't you come and visit? I was like, that sounds awesome. So I booked my flights and everything, and sort of all the interconnecting flights and the hotel and all that. Anyway, they picked me up from the airport. I had an absolute whale of a time. Originally, I had 2 weeks there, which was utterly brilliant, until the end of the first week, when one of the guys, Robbie, pulled me aside. He goes, dude, you do know she's got a boyfriend, right? And I was like, you fucking what?
Maybe she was dating.
Oh, wait. So you didn't even have a clue in the first week that she was
didn't know. Did not have a fucking Scoobies.
Was Robbie the boyfriend?
No.
Maybe Robbie was lying.
Jock from somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I was
Maybe
like,
Robbie wanted to be the boyfriend.
No, he was with Candice. One of her friends.
The plot thickens.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was cool. I enjoyed my time there. Yes, it was marred by that, and I spent a shitload of money for absolutely nothing. But yeah, it was good.
Wait, how was the second week then? Like,
awkward.
Awkward.
Was it really a nice time?
Yeah, Yeah, no. I spent more time with Robbie that week
Yeah.
than anybody else.
Oh, I
Oh,
see.
shit.
That was it.
So, well,
Yeah,
I mean,
went out
did
with
she
Chevelle.
did she lure you there under false pretenses, or did she think it was just a friend thing, or what?
No, we had discussed all sorts of weird and wonderful things over the telephone.
Okay.
See, yes.
Yeah.
And then it was reality. Fuck. I think it was one of those where you kind of go along with it because you're so far away, and then suggest things thinking, yeah, you're never going to do
But
it.
then it was her idea that you would go over
Yeah.
there.
Go and take a break. Yeah, I don't think she expected me to say, yeah, why not? And then book a flight a fucking month later. So,
Oh my
But, yeah.
goodness.
Oh no.
yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I think
Shit.
I find him.
Um,
I think I find in favour of Mark on this one.
Yeah.
I think he was
Yeah.
I mean,
unfairly misled.
in
Yeah.
the first few days,
wasn't
did
the
anything
greatest.
happen or not?
No.
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 Oh,
It
no.
almost. I got a picture.
Mark doesn't
got a
kiss and tell.
Picture something. No, I tell a lie. I don't have the
Oh.
pictures anymore. My sister's got all the photos.
That's weird.
But
Oh,
no, not
that's
that
a bit
sort of.
odd.
Of what?
But it was on the Friday of that first week. I hadn't found out yet, and we were at a frat party, and I got absolutely smashed, and so did she. And there's a picture of us, and we're literally nose to nose, and I don't know that nothing actually happened or anything like that, but it got very, very close. And then the next day I found out from Robbie about it, because he took the picture originally with my camera, and then the next day that's when he pulled me aside and went, dude, what? Sorry, say again. Yeah, and he'll be coming down
Aw.
on Sunday as well. Oh, will he?
Oh,
By
no.
fuck, brilliant.
no.
But
Yeah,
at
oh,
least-
no, wait,
Where should we
please.
go?
Oh my
Get out of
god.
there.
Were you staying
Credit
at
to
her
Robbie
place?
for telling you.
Fucks.
Yeah,
where
no,
are you
he's a
staying?
solid guy. Solid.
Yeah,
guy.
were you
staying with
staying at
her?
her place?
No, I was staying with. I had a hotel for a
Robbie?
bit,
No.
but yeah, stayed at Robbie's place as well.
Okay.
No.
Robbie and Candace.
Yeah, Robbie was the real hero in all of this, isn't he?
We should get Robbie on the show. Hey.
Yeah, let's find Robbie.
Lost contact many moons ago. I wouldn't even know how to track him down now. I mean, that was back in. Wow. Probably lost
Monogamous
contact
people-
by 2000.
Oh
Monogamous
man.
people have very different dating stories.
Yeah. God,
There's
but
like
that must have been
specification.
the most money any of us have ever spent on a date. 'Cause you
Yeah, it took me a
actually
while to pay all that back. I'm telling you.
bought a holiday. Oh,
We like
no.
good dating stories, or at least interesting dating
Oh.
stories.
You know, I wound up in the Netherlands because of a guy I met on MIRC. So we met when I was 18, and then I flew to the Netherlands to visit, like 6 months later or something. And then I was like, yeah, okay, I'll move there. I had a nice time. I came for 2 months. And then I was like, okay,
Wait,
but
That's
I
a
need to
nice
live.
time.
Yeah, I had a nice time. I just finished some of my studies and stuff. I think I graduated when I was 17. I don't know. And then, so I went back. I finished 2 years of study, and then I came here, studied a bit. But then it didn't work out, and I stayed here anyway because I was like, healthcare, stuff
Fair
like
enough.
that.
Yeah,
But
but you can send it to school without it being shot,
yeah,
Yeah.
that sort of thing, just the basics.
Or deported.
Or
Yeah, well, then
deported.
Brexit happened, right? And they don't have birthright citizenship, so maybe the deportation not off the menu yet. So you just have to be careful. I was
Are we
curious,
allowed good
though.
dating stories? I want
Yeah,
a good
yeah.
dating story. I had
You
I
have
had
one.
an interesting dating story,
Oh,
and it was just as a second date, I think, maybe a third date. But I went. It's an Eastern European story as well, because she was Latvian.
Because you've got a type.
Because I have a type. But we went to the Tate Modern, who had a exhibition on propaganda through the ages, through the 20th century. So it was a 20th century propaganda. It was a really good exhibition, actually. But we went there, and she didn't have to read any of the labels. There must have been 30 languages in that room, and she just read every one of them out to me. And we had this conversation afterwards, slowly, and sort of, I knew you spoke a lot of languages, and she classed English as one of her not very good languages, and she was fluent. But she apparently worked for the KGB in Latvia as a listener, listening to traffic across the Bay of Finland, the Gulf of Finland.
Wow.
and that was her job. So she
Wow.
spoke, I think she spoke like 20 languages fluently, including the Hungarian, the Finnish, and the weird languages that aren't thing. And if English was her bad language, then God, she
Well,
must have
maybe
been good.
she might have overheard you on some of your Finnish dates.
Yeah.
But
Written your
thought
name
she-
down for future reference.
no, she was definitely persona non grata in Latvia at that point. She was, I don't know, because you never normally see it. People say they speak a lot of languages, but you just think, well, they speak a lot of languages. But then they can translate weird shit straight off just by looking at it. It's freaky. So yeah, that was an interesting date, if nothing else. We stayed together for about 6 months.
Cool.
What would you guys say are green flags then for dating? I mean, you hear a lot about red flags. So what are green flags?
When they reply to your fucking messages.
That's a good start. Yeah, that's a good start generally.
Who pays for the ticket here to go to Virginia?
When they look like their picture. There you go. That's a green flag. Because most of them don't.
Have
And
you ever
I don't
been
know why.
catfished?
No, do you know what? I don't know why people think that it should be banned on all sites. You should not be allowed to use a filter on your profile picture. I don't give a shit if you got cat ears or a fucking cute little button nose because it's been superimposed on. Because, surprise, surprise, should we get along and we actually meet, I'm going to find out that you ain't got fucking cat ears.
Maybe she has.
Surprise! But do you know what I mean? Or they use the beauty filter or whatever, and then like you meet them and you're like, you don't really look like your picture, do you? Yeah, I do. No, you look about 400 years older than your picture does. But you look the same as yours. Yeah, I know I do. It's because I take it without a fucking filter on there. That's why. And that's also why I don't get many replies. But you know.
Yeah. Have you tried the filters?
No, I will not. I think it's just stupid. I don't understand why people do they not realise that at some point or another, if they're serious, they're going to actually meet someone, and that person's going to turn around and go, "So this profile picture that you've had up for the last 50 years, ever changed it?" So yeah, that's the bugbear.
I feel like I should share. Everybody else has shared. No, Katie
That's
hasn't
what
done
I'm
hers
talking
yet.
about. Look at this shit.
Come on then, Dave. I literally have 0 dating stories, so.
Oh, I'm kind of sick of it.
I can share it. No, I can.
Hang on,
I
Michael,
can share
is
a good one.
Wait,
with the
Michael
filter
just
on
took
or
off the filter.
Yeah. I think it's cute.
I'm
Got
not
that
playing
cute
this
button
game
nose.
anymore.
Yeah.
How do I turn the fucking thing off now?
You're gonna be a potato.
Turn it off.
Dave, he's Michael. I think it's a reindeer.
Yeah, it's a rain.
He's
Yeah.
got antlers coming out of his head
But I don't know how to turn it off now.
and a funny
Nom.
nose.
This is great. He's now got to do the rest of the video as
Flicking
Rudolph.
nom.
Yes, he's stuck as a reindeer. Anyway, go on, Dave. Tell us about your good or bad dates.
Yeah,
Go.
you always have a good
Yeah.
story.
The problem I have with dating is I am absolutely clueless. I cannot tell when somebody is interested in me. I'll give you an example. I was 19 years old. I was at a friend of mine's house party, and there was this girl who had been following me around. We'd done a gig before and then went to the party. She was at the gig. She was basically never went more than 3 feet away from me. She was constantly talking to me. One of my friends spilt their drink in my lap, and she was like, "Oh, come with me to the bathroom. I'll help you with that." And I was like, "All right." I had no idea until
Nah, you wouldn't, would you?
until like a year later. I ran into her at another party, and she was like, "Were you with someone when we were at Tom's party?" I was like, "No. It's just I spent the entire night hitting on you," and you were like,
You're useless.
absolutely useless.
But that just goes back. That goes back to what Michael was saying, though. Had she actually approached you and gone,
No, I don't think this is her fault.
no. But what I'm saying is, The thing is, people can. You're not alone in this one, mate. People can drop all the hints in the world. All right, I won't pick up on them. I will not pick up on them simply because, in my head, I'm not looking for the hints. If somebody walks up to me and goes, "Shall we go out? Let's go on a date." Yes, let's go on a date. Or walks up and says, I find you attractive," or something like that. I understand this. I understand. But playing games, following you around and that, she might have been a fucking stalker. You know what I mean? I just wanted
go
to
the
wear your
bathroom
face
with
as
her
a
and get
mask.
naked.
Oh, she actually said get
Couldn't have
naked. I
done
thought she was
anything
gonna
else.
dab you with some paper towels or something.
Yeah, you missed a bit. No, up a bit, down a bit, up a bit, down a bit.
Oh no.
I think it's a shame. Like, I think sometimes women underestimate how shy men can be. And
Well, I don't know. I don't know whether this is a man and woman thing, but if I just randomly talk to somebody, if I'm at the bar, this would be a long time ago. But anyway, I'll be standing there and there'll be some person there and I'll just say something. And then they think that I'm flirting with them and I'm like, "Oh no, quick, run away." Like, I'm literally just
Yeah.
talking to somebody because I have nothing else to do while I'm just standing here. And as I've got older, it's okay. But yeah, I'd like run back to my friends. I'm like, "Oh, quick."
Yeah.
I'm in a situation
Yeah.
like
I think over the years,
not
though,
flirting,
as
I'm just
well,
talking. Really
with the way things have gone, it's kind of got to the point now where a lot of men are afraid to approach women because of, I don't know, whatever reaction they expect they're gonna get. But yeah, yeah. Well, once upon a time, you could chance your arm or whatever, and now you get called all sorts of names. But it's like every morning I walk out and say hi to people as if they're walking past. Hi, how's it going? Give them a smile. No, I'm just off to work. I don't care. I just good morning, off to work. But if they're female, you say good morning, they'll look at you like you're about to shit in their mouth, and it's like I'd only said good morning, and I'm walking off to my van. Do not worry. Good Lord.
That's strange.
know.
The culture here is so different. Like, people normally
I always
say
say
good
morning.
morning here. And if somebody, even like a strange man says good morning, I normally say good morning. Like,
Yeah,
it's
me
just,
too.
it's
Even if
the-
he's coming
It's
up with a
just
knife,
friendly.
I'd be like,
yeah.
"Hi."
Hello.
Yeah. I wouldn't be the one to
Good
start
morning.
it, but I
But
would
here, like, if you make eye contact, they're going to say hello. And I always make eye contact. I'm always, really intense
walking around
about it
like-
for some reason. Yeah, I will stare at people in the eyes, and then they're like, "Oh, Morcha." I'm like, "Oh, Morcha."
So you're
you know.
just staring at them until they.
You
until they
will
re-
say good morning.
Right? Yeah. If they don't, I just start walking backwards, maintaining eye
Yeah.
contact.
Oh, dear.
The autism in me won't even let me make eye contact on a video call.
I never know where to look.
Something.
I look at the square of the person that's talking, but that's probably not
I can't do
what everyone
eye
else can see, so I don't know where I'm supposed to be looking either. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, and you're like at the bottom of the screen for me, so I'm looking at you, but
I try and look at the camera, but I don't know how helpful. I don't know whether that's working.
I once had this
I just keep my
interview.
eyes half shut, then you can't
Dave,
tell.
rest assured, if it was staring at your arse, mate, we would tell you.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
I
After a while.
once had this interview, and I was looking at the camera instead of looking at looking at the preview of the camera of the person, instead of looking at the camera, and they're like, "I'm sorry, do you have two screens? Because the way your eyes are shifting, it's making me uncomfortable."
Oh god.
And I was just like, I didn't know what to say with that. I was just like, wait, this is the first time somebody's told me that I make them uncomfortable just because of where I'm looking, and I didn't.
You
even
should have
know.
said, "I've got gippy eyes." Does that offend
Yeah.
you or something? Are you?
It's strabismus or something where your eyes like constantly
Yeah.
going like this.
Nystagmus.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, right. There
That's
we
it.
go. Look a bit too shifty. Like, okay.
That was the thing, wasn't it? When you remember when everyone had to stay indoors for a while?
No.
No.
Yeah, here
Yeah.
was like 18 months.
Is that past now? Yeah, it was. Yes.
Yeah,
nearly
here was
2
a
years.
long time.
Ancient history, I can't remember that far back.
The great toilet roll shortage.
But yeah, the great. Has anybody seen that video with the Australian guy where he comes home and he's like they've broken down his door, and he's like, "Oh no, I've been burgled." It's like, what have they taken? And like, looking around, he's like, "Oh, the guitars are still here and all that." And then he's like, "Oh no!" He runs upstairs and they've taken all the fucking bog roll.
Not the dunny roll.
That was an oddly good Australian accent, Dave.
I've watched Chopper too many times.
Yeah.
That's got, for what the film is, it's got some great lines in it. Where, where he beats up Keith. I don't know who else has seen it. And the guards are shouting down, like, what's going on down here? He's like, oh, nothing. Oh, no. Keith, he seems to have done himself a bit of a mischief.
I spent 35 years
I'm gonna
watching
die.
Neighbours and I still can't do an Australian accent.
Oh yeah, I love Neighbours. I had a thing
Apparently
come up on
Neighbours is
my
still back.
a thing come up on my Facebook memories because my dad, because my sister and I used to watch it, and my dad used to hate it. And you know, if it was dinner time and Neighbours hadn't finished, then we had to just turn the TV off and go and have dinner. It was really annoying. And then one time he came in, and I remember I think it was Annalise was wearing some kind of quite sexy dress, and my dad literally stood there, whoa, who's that? And we were like, oh, that's Annalise. And he was like, oh, and then since then he just was a religious fan and just became a fan of the whole show. And then on my memories, it popped up because he'd gone away for a week or whatever. So me and my sister had to record Neighbours for him. And then we'd cut out all the pictures of the different characters and stuck them on the video cover and everything. It's like, Dad's Neighbours catch up. And like, there was pictures of like Darcy and Drew and Libby and all these people.
The fact you remember their names is worrying. I don't remember any of them.
Well, my sister and I used to have this thing where we would quiz each other on the actual names of the actors as well while we were walking the dog. That's how big Neighbours fans we were. It's like Libby, Kim Valentine. That's the one I can't remember anyone else off the top of my head. Oh, Lou, Tom Oliver. You know, it's like.
I think I remember
it was
those
just something
two.
we do. We walked along.
I should
I think I
remember this
remember
for
those
next
two
trivia.
characters. Libby was
Yeah.
the doctor's daughter,
Yes.
wasn't she? And
Yeah.
Lou was the mayor
Was Lou the
At some
mayor? I
point.
don't remember that.
at some point,
Oh,
I
don't
think.
know.
The old
I can't
man.
remember what he did. Yeah, he was an old man. I can't remember what else he did. He was married to Cheryl at some point, I think. Chez Chez, the best named restaurant ever.
I only remember Bouncer.
Written Chez Chez, but it was like.
Did you see the
classy.
Bouncer's Dream episode?
Oh no, I don't think I saw that.
No.
Ask YouTube. It was the most weird thing Neighbours ever did, where Bouncer had a dream that he was going through grass in poppy fields. And
Oh,
just
bless him.
ask YouTube. It was so weird. Just look up Bouncer's Dream Neighbours.
Time to add it to
That
the
actually
chat to look up
happened?
later.
Some of the weirdest TV I've ever seen in my life.
Oh god, I hate dream sequences in
It was-
films and movies. Just in general, I absolutely hate them because they'll wake up and go, oh, it's a dream. What was the point of that entire thing? Because it has no bearing on the plot. It's stupid, and I hate it.
Was it
Like,
was
I'm
it Dallas
thinking-
that had the longest dream sequence ever?
Yeah, it
Was
was like an
Dallas or
entire
Dynasty?
series, I think. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
had that season
just
though, of
feels
the
so
X-Files.
cheated.
Also,
Really? Oh no.
it was
I
like
don't
season
remember that.
5 or season 6 of the X-Files, where it's all Scully's memories and dreams.
Really?
Yeah, the
Oh.
black and white one, the black and white
Oh.
episodes. I can't remember where they are. It's a
Oh, I
couple
don't
episodes,
remember.
but I found them to be the most boring episodes.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
love
it's
the
not-
X-Files, but those
Yeah, me too.
episodes.
I don't remember that.
Really.
Yeah, it's just annoying. Because you're sitting there, you're watching it, you're like, okay, fine, and you're like, oh, this is a bit strange. Stupid dream. Yeah.
Yeah. It's quite funny thinking about we've gone from online dating to dating in general to the X-Files. It's not that far of a throw, is it?
And
Yeah,
Bouncer's
but-
Dream.
Well,
Yeah,
you know,
Bouncer's-
Bouncer's
David
Dream,
Duchovny
yeah.
was a sex addict. They made a docu-series about his life, right? Californication. No, I'm joking. It's just a show.
Yeah, I was going to say, if he wasn't real life, my sister would have been like,
No, he really was
extremely
a sex
interested in it.
addict.
Oh, was he?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's why I
didn't
say
know
it's a
that.
docu-series. I was just joking.
Oh, no.
But he basically plays himself.
She had such a crush on him.
Me too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no,
He's
I
so
never really
handsome.
thought he was that attractive. I don't know, he's kind of got a weird shaped face. He was at some festival that was quite near me not that long ago, or is it still coming? I can't remember. But I saw the poster, it said David Duchovny, and I thought that was just the
Oh.
name of a band who called themselves David Duchovny. But apparently, he is also a musician.
Oh, interesting.
yeah,
I
so
can't
it was actually
imagine
him.
that he's. I mean, I imagine he's
Very good.
aged a bit at this point.
Yeah. Oh, it's
No
flying
Fox Mulder
here.
anymore, but yeah, it's okay.
Gillian Anderson, on the other hand, still
Yeah.
even better.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's reverse
No comment.
aging. She just keeps getting prettier and prettier.
No comment.
I don't know. They're a great duo, Scully and Mulder.
Wouldn't want to get accused of objectifying or anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay.
I need to watch them. I finally watched Twin Peaks about 6 months ago. I'd never seen Twin Peaks.
I've never seen Twin Peaks.
It
It's on
Which
my
version?
list. I've never seen it.
I don't know. I just watched whatever I downloaded, but it wasn't. It was overhyped. It was so weird. Not in a good
Because they
way.
remade it, didn't they? You had the original, and then they
I
remade
think
it,
I
and
watched.
it's.
I think I watched all of them, so I watched that as well, and then the movie. But I didn't like it. I didn't hate it. I just didn't like it. It was. It seemed like it was being psychedelic for the sake of it.
What
It's
did
kind
we
of like-
watch the other? Last week, Bingo was away for the week, so we just watched Netflix for 3 days. Oh, The Sandman we watched. That was alright. And
Oh yeah.
I've never read the comics or thingy, but Delirium was based on a friend of mine who used to date Neil Gaiman. And
Really?
Well, I
they
hope that
look-
was a mutually satisfying relationship and he didn't take
They
advantage.
look nothing like each other. I mean, they look nothing like the thing, but yes. So I never liked Neil Gaiman, and I was one of the early people not to like Neil Gaiman.
Oh no.
So you just liked him before hating him was cool.
I did, yeah. I disliked him in the 80s. Damn it.
You should have raised the alarm
he should have leaked his dating
Well,
a bit
profile.
earlier. Yeah.
Not for abuse reasons, just
Make a billboard.
Oh god.
just never
Yeah.
sounded like a nice person.
Yeah.
I jumped
Yeah,
on
And he isn't.
jumped on Netflix the other night just to see what was on there, and lo and behold, what should pop up? Happy Gilmore 2.
Yes, it's brand
Yeah.
new on Netflix.
Oh, it's out now?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah. It's
I
not
only
bad.
saw I
Oh,
only saw
really?
the first one last week for the first time. I never watched it.
Really?
No.
I know. I was just thinking about this because when I was at university, every guy that I probably liked was a huge Adam Sandler fan. They were all really into Adam Sandler, and I never watched any of the movies. I never watched any of his stuff.
Oh.
And now I've seen more of his, non-comedic roles, and I've actually enjoyed him as an actor when he's being serious. But yeah, I watched Happy Gilmore because I thought, well, I want to watch the new one, so I watched the first one first, and it was fine. I thought it was gonna be terribly aged, but it wasn't.
It's
It was
just
okay.
fine, though, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
not...
I mean, I was chalky.
Would you
It
watch
was
it again?
alright. I don't know, maybe in a few years when I've forgotten what happened. It was okay.
I think
I
the
get to that
best.
point now. I can watch all the films I watched in my 20s again because I fucking have no idea what happened in them.
Yeah, it was alright. I mean,
In
if
my
I had
20s,
to
it's just a
watch it, I would.
blur.
Yeah, no, it was alright. I would not go back and revisit like the rest of his canon because I imagine
Oh.
that most of those are probably
I would say
terrible.
that Mr. Deeds was
Yeah.
good, though.
Yeah, never saw that one.
Oh, that one
Little
was
Nicky's
quite.
cool.
That one was
Little
funny. I like that
Mason,
one.
Little Nicky. No, none of those.
Oh
Didn't see-
gosh,
I
little
saw,
Nicky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
anger
I've seen
management.
Little Nicky.
I've seen
Little
anger
Nicky's
management.
funny if you're high.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Never,
If you're in the
no,
right
I
state
never
of
Boy.
watched-
mind.
Was another
Yeah.
one.
Oh yeah, what's the other ones?
Mr. Deeds has Steve Buscemi in it, and he's also quite funny. So I like that one.
I'll say yeah. I watched Anger Management, which I used to think was really funny, but I don't know whether I would have the same opinion now. I don't know. It's kind of-
I am
It was
looking forward to
really-
them doing The Devil Wears Prada too.
Again, I haven't seen the first one. I have to watch that one.
Oh, the first one was good, but
Yeah.
I don't know if it was that movie actually. Now I'm starting to doubt myself. Maybe it wasn't that movie. I don't know. There was in the end the chick chooses her career over her relationship.
Oh.
And I always
Nice
found that quite a
explainer.
bummer, but I'm not sure if it's. Oh no, I think that was P.S. I Love You. In the end, the girl, I think she chose her fucking career over this dude, and they had the TV or movie relationship, so obviously it's perfect in the movie. And I was always baffled by that because I was like, what a strange ending to this movie. I don't think
Okay.
anybody's happy.
Why can't you just have both?
Yeah, right? Why can't you
You can have a
manage
job
both?
and a boyfriend, can't
Right?
you?
No, apparently it's not possible. If you're a
Stranger
working
things have
woman,
happened.
you can't have also a loving family. It doesn't work that way.
Ugh.
What was I looking at? I've just ended up looking up Gilmore Girls by mistake.
Happy
What-
Gilmore too.
Happy Gilmore.
I've never seen the Gilmore Girls either.
Really?
Dave, just out of interest, were you pulling a hair out your tooth or something there after downing that Coke? If that's the case, mate, you want to watch where you put in that bottle.
No, I had one of those little tobacco nicotine pouch things.
Ugh.
Ah.
Gold bandits.
Bitsy.
The Dutch have a special, or is it the Dutch or the Swedes who have a special dispensation in the EU law to allow tobacco pouches? It's one of the European countries.
I don't know if it's
They
here.
When they joined Europe, they refused to dispose of their tobacco.
Wait, are they illegal in other countries?
Supposedly. They give you
Really?
mouth cans to
Like
Dave.
snuff and stuff?
Oh,
No,
like
just
chewing
No.
tobacco.
The little-
Like
It's not.
chewing-
It's not chewing tobacco. It's like
ones in
a
pouches.
Yeah, Nordic
nicotine.
something or another.
Yeah, Nordic ice or whatever. Nicotine
Oh,
and herb
like
pouches, and you put
Oh,
them
I'm
under
not
your lip.
sure.
You get.
Because here now what they do is they have this whole campaign where it's smoke-free generation. And so they have these tiles on the floor and they put it everywhere to tell you the next generation to smoke free, don't. And so then they made it so that in the shops that they can't sell tobacco now in the grocery store. So then what the grocery store did was they just did the construction on their site on this shop where they just made part of it a separate storefront. So now they just sell tobacco
Like a
out of
separate
the
tobacconist.
yeah, tobacco shop. And so it's, I don't know, tobacco makes so
Nothing's
much money.
happened.
It's so expensive
they
here,
gonna-
tobacco.
Yeah.
What were they going to do over here, Dave? It was something about raising the age, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
people are born after a certain date. It would be absolutely impossible for them to ever legally buy
Yeah.
a tobacco product.
That's what they were going to do, but
Wait, what?
old government. It was going to be. They were going to raise the age of smoking. It worked out that children born now would never be able to buy cigarettes. So the age of smoking would go up
To 100.
every year. So that the people who could smoke could continue to smoke, but no new people would be allowed to buy.
Oh, that just seems a bit unfair.
Yeah,
it
I mean,
was-
maybe the next generation doesn't want to be smoke-free.
Yeah.
It went out with the last government.
Okay. That's a dumb idea. I
Was
mean,
that
my
at the same
husband
time they
smokes.
realised how much money they actually make
Yeah.
off the smokers
Yeah.
in this country?
Either way,
That's why it
I'm
doesn't
very
make any sense.
anti. I'm very anti-smoking. Yeah, my husband smokes and I hate it. But we were out in Central Park one day, and he actually got told it wasn't a police officer, it was some other person, a park ranger or something. I don't know. But he actually got thrown out of Central Park because he was walking around smoking because you're not allowed to. And
Really?
then he had to, yeah.
Wow.
So he had to leave the park and then smoke and then come back in again.
Oh, you know,
I don't have an issue if it's outside.
I was working in a
That seems
bar
nice.
in the US when they enacted that whole ban on the smoking indoors thing.
Mm.
And so it was like what they were allowed to do for a while is that they could say that one half of the restaurant was smoking and the other half wasn't.
Yeah, we had that in England as well.
Yeah,
And
because
oh
the
my
smoke knew.
God.
The smoke knew where it wasn't allowed to go.
I had to
Yeah.
sit in the smoking sections because my husband smoked. It was
Yeah,
horrible.
well, my husband smokes as well,
Yeah.
as well. But here, a lot of people smoke.
Yeah.
So it's a bit, But, oh my God, you'd go into that smoking room and they were supposed to have a second ventilation system to have it as a smoking room. But they never did. They just put it in a room that didn't have ventilation. So you'd go in there, you just get an instant headache or, I don't know, almost like contact high.
Ugh,
I
gross.
went on the Eurostar smoking car once. That was a terrible experience.
I was going to say, I went on a train to Paris from Strasbourg and we were right just past the smoking car, but the doors, they weren't, sealed doors. It was like saloon doors. And if you're a French person on a train in the smoking car, you are chain smoking the entire way. I mean, my friends were just in the next car being, oh God, this might as well be the smoking car. It's disgusting.
I had to
Oh, it's
sit through it.
horrible.
Oh, only rich people can chain smoke nowadays. The price of them. Clocked it
Right?
the other day. Was it
It's
a pack
ridiculous.
of 20 cigarettes? It's £15 now.
You think that's bad? You go here, you
Oh,
get
it's
the
bad.
rolling tobacco, right? You get the rolling tobacco?
That's almost 30, 40 quid, something like that.
Yeah,
A pouch.
Dear, I
yeah.
think.
For the
I think it's
small one, it's
75
20
€40.
euro.
You can't buy the small one here. You have to buy the 50.
Yeah.
The 50 gram.
Oh no, you can buy
Oh.
30s, can't you?
No, they've done away with 30s now. You can only get the big
it's
ones, and
Been a long
there's
time since
And
I
those
bought
giant lights.
yeah,
Yeah.
and as far as cigarettes go, you can't buy 10s anymore. Everything's 20s unless
Oh,
they're
you can't buy a night
cigarillos.
out pack.
No,
I don't think I've ever seen a night out pack.
unless they're a cigarillo. If they're a cigarillo, you can get them in 10s.
I
Although,
don't know. I don't know how it works in the US, but here you can just find someone on the reservation and get them for the
Buy a
price.
kilo of tobacco.
Yeah.
In the US, at the petrol station, the gas station, they used to have like you could buy a single cigarette. You could just give them a quarter and just take a cigarette.
Oh,
No, I
yeah,
used to be able to do that.
can't do that
You
anymore.
used to be able to do that in England.
Yeah, probably not anymore. But in Virginia, you used to be able to.
I'm sure
My
you can
family-
do it some places. They probably have machines in like old bars and stuff, I'm sure. But,
Oh, we do have here. We still have the vending machine for cigarettes.
Mm.
Yeah. We still have
Yeah,
that.
my family used to own a sweet shop in Fleetwood. This was
Oh,
1977-ish, and my aunt used to sell individual cigarettes because the kids couldn't afford packets.
hang on, did you say a sweet shop?
A sweet
Yeah.
shop.
A sweet shop,
Yeah.
and the kids were buying individual cigarettes. I thought you were going to say
A
like
side
buying
hustle.
individual
You
candies.
could buy beer lollies, you could buy individual cigarettes, and you could buy sweets,
Yeah.
and it was all
Oh
for the
man.
kids.
I'll have a
Good
Tootsie
God.
Roll, a Pixie Stick, and
Yeah.
a cigarette to go.
Mummy, can I have 10p for some sweets? And then you just buy a cigarette instead.
It was very
Poor little
different
Johnny's
times.
chain smoking under the arches with his bloody pocket money.
Yeah.
I think you get locked up for all of that now.
When I was at school, I used to buy a packet of 20 cigarettes. I used to buy 2 packets of 20 cigarettes a week and sell them at 50p each at lunchtime.
Oh, you hustler. Oh my God, you were coining it.
I was a
Wow.
prefect. I was a prefect as well, so I used to do the
And let me guess, they were about £4.50 a packet.
yeah thereabouts.
That's
But
probably less
one
than
of
that.
One of the things I used to do as for prefect duty was make sure that people weren't smoking in the toilets. So we used to sell cigarettes to people to go and smoke in the toilet, and we'd charge them an extra 50p to let them know if a teacher was coming.
What a racket.
Yeah, it was the definition of a racket. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
very
Had it sewn
entrepreneurial.
up.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you weren't charging people to just go to the toilet normally.
No.
Oh,
People
please,
could go to
sir,
the
we
toilet.
need to go.
No, it had some morals.
No, he would go to see who was
Charge
smoking in
them
the
a
toilet
pound.
and just sell them more cigarettes.
Yeah.
And just be like, oh, here's my customer base.
Yeah.
It's going to cost you another one to come out. And then it's going to cost you another 50p for me not grass on you.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, no. We wouldn't actively grass on them.
Actively.
Yeah.
You just walk the
You're
other
just like-
direction if a teacher was coming.
you just,
Yeah,
like,
we would
point,
just
point at people.
We were charging for a service. There's 50p for the cigarette and 50p for the heads up if the teacher was coming. If they wanted to risk it, they could just pay for the cigarette.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to buy dairy milks and donuts in my break time.
Yeah.
Innocent.
We had a little sweet shop on the way to school, and my lunch money used to get spent in there on some samosas on the way because they were always made fresh first thing in the morning.
That'd be brilliant.
Yum,
Beautiful
that would
they
be
were.
good.
When you were saying
Absolutely beautiful.
samosas at
They were
first, I thought you were
massive
going to
as
say
well.
smokes. I was like, why is everybody just
no.
going to the sweet shop here?
I thought you were going to throw out some retro sweet that I could agree with, but then you said
Oh.
samosa.
The
Like
candy
UFO.
cigarettes, those bubblegum
Oh, yeah.
cigarettes.
They were candy cigarettes were banned a long time ago in the UK.
Yeah.
You can still get them here because we had some at Christmas, and
Oh,
we would
nice.
yeah,
You
we
had
had
the
a
two
photo
different
of like
sorts.
every person in the whole family and all these babies with the candy cigarettes and everything.
Did you ever come across the two different sorts? So you had the sort of candy stick ones, which were the sort of white and very hard.
Yeah,
But
and
then
then
you
you
had
the
one-
actual chocolate cigarettes with paper.
That's it.
Yeah, they had the
Yeah,
paper,
yeah, with the
out on
paper around it.
outside. Yeah.
Horrible.
Well, my friends
We
and I
used
used to
to-
buy Chupa Chups, Chupa Chups, Chupa Chups.
Chupa Chups, yeah.
I
Chupa
always
Chups.
thought it was Chupa Chup.
Chupa Chup. I thought it was Chupa Chup. I don't know, but anyway, we had those little
Lollies.
things. And we were walking around, and there was these, slightly rougher girls on the other side of the road. And we were like, "Oi, can we get a cigarette off you?" And we were like all lollipops. We were like, "No, sorry."
When I
That
was a
how
kid in
felt.
Blackpool, you used to be able to buy 10-kilogram bags of rock-off cuts for 10p.
Oh wow.
That must have been so unhealthy, the amount of that
Yeah.
stuff I used to eat.
I haven't got
And
through the bag
toffee
of rock yet.
Toffee apple bits, the bits that fell off toffee apples. They sold
Chippings.
big bags of those, yeah.
Nice. Oh yeah. Who wants that? No one wants the apple bit.
No.
That's the apples are already
Keep the fruit.
substandard. Yeah, but they'll go weird and fluffy on the inside anyway. So you're like, oh, this is actually not. I like apples, but the toffee apple isn't.
How long has that been there the last time you ate one then? If it's gone
What,
weird
a
and
toffee
fluffy
apple?
on the inside and you have to shave the fucking thing before you stick your teeth into it, that's been there far too long.
Yeah, I don't know. When I've had them fairly recently, the
Slow
apple is
eater.
just never
Mum, is
good.
it supposed to be furry?
No, I'm just saying the apples are
Whoa.
always the disappointing bit because they're just. I don't know. It's not me that's
No,
made them.
it's-
No. No one eats the apple because they've been there
No.
for 10 years.
I know, but that's the thing.
Yeah.
But I like apples.
think-
I'm saying. But
I
yeah,
think
the
the
apple fries.
turnaround in Blackpool's quicker. We always got
Yeah.
fresh.
Yeah, they're probably good at. Yeah, it's probably good in Blackpool. yeah.
I'm sorry, but anything that they call a sweet that you could actually bludgeon a donkey with is just wrong. It's just wrong.
Yeah, stick of rock.
You could do someone serious damage with a toffee apple.
Especially your teeth.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
You could
So-
kill a diabetic with a toffee apple.
No, I have a
Oh.
bad story about these candies. So,
Stuck in it.
what was it in February? I was chewing on a wine gum, and all of a sudden I felt a pop, and my crown had come off. And I was, oh, okay. So I called the dentist, and luckily he was able to see me that night. But then I bought these other kind of toffee chews, and I thought they were going to be softer. And I took a bite, and the second I took a bite, I knew I had to call the dentist again.
Toffee?
Well,
Oh,
they
no.
looked like they were supposed to be soft chews. It had chew in the name.
No
Was it the same
excuses.
too?
No excuses.
It's the black. They had like the black wrper. That one. I don't know.
Tell me it was the same tooth at least. You didn't like.
Yeah,
break
same
another
tooth.
on- Okay.
No, it's the same tooth. And so, so I had to call the dentist, and I was like, "Yeah,
See
same
again."
tooth came off again. Sorry." And
What do they say about the definition of insanity?
Well, it was a different type of candy.
Did you admit?
It was wrapped a different colour.
It was wrapped. Well, one was a Haribo, and then the other one was but it was a really cold day, and I got it from a vending machine, so it was like kind of cold, and so then
Frozen
it pulled
block.
out my tooth. But normally a Haribo's not so hard.
My little one
Oh,
tries to
okay.
give me the what they like. It used to be called opal fruits. I've got no
Oh,
idea what they were.
Starburst.
Starburst. That's it.
To make
And
him out.
she keeps
Yeah.
trying to palm off the one she doesn't like on me. I'm like, sweetheart, you do realise they're going to rip the teeth out of my fucking face if I try eating them things.
We have one that's
That's quite
even
hard.
worse.
You do it. You start off, they're hard, and then they go squishy, and then they glue themselves to your teeth.
Yeah.
You try and pull your teeth apart, and you can feel the roots getting pulled out as you.
It's hurting.
We have these ones called Frutella, and it's
Oh,
like
yeah. We have
yeah,
Oh,
they're
God.
they're even harder, and they like never get soft almost. At least the Dutch ones. I don't know if they're always stale or what, but they almost never get soft.
Talking
I
of Dutch vending machines, I was missing Phoebos a few days ago.
Oh, really? Like like for a quick snack.
No, it's only your place that has them.
Yeah, you can get like meatballs and stuff from vending
I've
machines
done
here.
so much. I lived in
Oh.
Amsterdam, but on and off occasionally. So
I don't know
Hey, Dave.
how you managed. I hate Amsterdam.
There's another business opportunity for you. Do a pasty vending machine.
oh yeah, Phoebo for pasties.
Oh my god.
and samosas.
Oh.
Ah, I
Croquette.
love pasties. I
Croquette.
haven't had one for so
We
long.
need some pastry goodness out of a vending machine. That would be
We need-
awesome.
We need samosas. We need Jamaican patties. We need pasties.
Just
They
a
got to be
bunch
good
of
Jamaican
foods.
patties though, not like the crap ones you can buy from the corner shops.
This country
Empanadas.
needs Greggs, basically.
Greg's vending machine.
Just need a Greggs vending machine in Canada somewhere.
No, I wish you could get pasties here. Like, that was one of the best parts about visiting my family in Cornwall, is that you could just go and get, a nice pasty. But then, no, here it's like impossible to find one. Only
When you
just,
get
you-
a proper
I
pasty,
can
yeah,
send
it's
you a good
almost the size of
recipe.
your head.
I'll take the recipe, because the thing is that only like in the last couple of years did it become easy to get Devon cream and stuff.
I don't know if Katie's listening in the background. She normally chimes in when pasties are mentioned. She's not. She's from Cornwall. Apparently, they have a lot of thoughts about pasties in Cornwall.
Yeah, they're very opinionated on them. My grandfather used to really have a lot to say.
But they're going. They're doing that whole regional thing over here, aren't they? So you can only call it a Cornish pasty if it's made in Cornwall, and it
Makes
comes
sense.
from there.
Yeah. So
A Yorkshire
That's
pudding
fair.
has to be made in Yorkshire,
Doesn't
and
make
it's like, what?
Well, I
Why?
suppose that makes sense, but is
It's
Auntie
the
Bessie
same.
from Yorkshire?
of course, Aunt Bessie's from Yorkshire.
She better be.
My Yorkshire puddings come from Tesco. So, yeah.
You always have to double check the credentials. You have to read on the
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Where
Was
was
this
this
made by
packaged?
Aunt Bessie herself? Yeah.
Next to Mrs. Crimble
I'm just
and
looking
Mr.
at the
Kipling.
Greg's page.
He
I'm
makes
hungry
exceedingly
now.
good cakes.
Yeah, I'm hungry too. What time is it? Been doing this for a while.
It's 11:20 here, so it
But
might
we've
be
been on
time.
this nearly for 2 hours.
Yeah, maybe it's time to start winding down because it's gonna get late here.
I want a pasty.
I do too. I'm
I've
about
got
to
some
go have
pasties in-
second dinner.
I've got
And now I
pasties in
want
the
to go
freezer.
again as well.
Yum.
I'm gonna go put a pasty in
steak
the
and
oven.
Stilton. Steak and Stilton
Oh.
pasty.
No,
Nice.
see, because my mom's Mexican, right? So tonight I made Mexican comfort food. I made refried beans and rice, and I made a nice jalapeno sauce and all the chicken, and it's so good. I'm gonna go have some more.
Wow.
I know, I really went all out. I got really excited.
See, and then what you want to do is you want to get a short crust pastry, right, and stuff it all in there, and then
Yeah.
crimp the end, and then
Mexican pasty.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I believe they call that fusion food now.
Ah.
Hang on,
here
if
we're
I
gonna-
You
mention
call it what
Holland's,
you want, we'll call it dinner.
if I mention Holland's pies on this podcast, do you think they'll send me some?
It doesn't hurt to try, yeah?
Try mentioning it
It's
again.
Holland's pies. Holland's pies.
Holland's
Everybody knows
pies.
Holland's pies.
Are they good?
They're the best pies in existence.
Oh.
They're right next to the dog food factory near Accrington.
Yeah.
It's where they send the stuff they can't turn into dog food.
Yeah.
It's just not
Is it-
legally allowed.
Is it made of
And then-
dogs?
And then everything that gets passed over from there ends up in the Frey Bentos factory next door to that.
No, it's down in
Oh,
Leicester. I think.
very bad.
Oh, I love Holland's pies. They're so good.
You
So
know
bad,
what?
but so good.
There's,
Is that Holland's pies?
Holland's pies, isn't it?
I'm sure he said
Holland's
Holland's pies.
Holland's pies.
there's
Send them to Canada.
I'm sorry.
Bring them to Canada, I think.
There's a company here. They make tortilla chips, and they're doing a trial flavor. And they were, yeah, sign up to see if you're one of 9 people that can try it. And the flavor's 9-volt battery. And the demographic that they are saying
my
that they're going
God.
to pick the 9 people from are in the Netherlands. So I don't know what that says about what they feel about Dutch people, but I signed up to try to get them.
I've licked a 9-volt battery. I know what that feels like, but I can't say it tastes of anything. A bit metallic. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best way to test them, isn't it? Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah, they were, remember that coppery spark, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh wow, that
So
screams childhood.
you imagine you'd be testing it and you'd be, this is either really, really good or I've just slit the inside of my mouth and I'm bleeding heavily.
Yeah. Remember that
Thing.
coppery shock? Haven't you always wanted that in a chip?
Yeah.
No.
So if I make it, I also sign up.
Hang
my
on a
husband.
second. What sort of chips were... did you read the advert properly?
Yeah,
Are you sure you read the advert properly? What sort of chips are we talking about?
they're corn chips. They're
Are you
like
sure?
Doritos. But I will even put this.
No.
It's when you read it and then you get it's actually 2 adverts in one. It's saying about computer chips and then there's a tasting thing underneath.
No. So it's actually like on Instagram, the company account.
Oh,
They
right,
have
yeah,
a
let's all believe that.
promotion. No, you know what? I'm gonna share it. The link for this will be in the description because you know I know what I saw and I know what I've signed up for because I got a confirmation email.
And then you're just like, funnily enough, we couldn't find it to add it.
Right? But yeah, no, I mean, I don't know why I signed up for them, but
No.
yeah, we'll see. Apparently they make nostalgic flavors, so.
That is nostalgic, I guess.
Yeah, for everybody who's been strapped to a chair and finished.
On that note, thanks everybody. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Michael, for coming along. Feel free to come back at some point if you want to.
No, he says.
It'd be fun.
This
Come
might
back.
be episode 9. Just so you know.
I think
I
it's
thought you
10.
said it was 10. You said 10.
Yes, but like in
No.
going out order.
Oh.
Oh.
Hello? What
Okay.
the fuck was that?
It
Well-
happened before, but no one mentioned it, so I didn't say anything.
Yeah,
either.
but it was quieter last time.
Maybe it's my Zoom hacker.
Yeah, maybe.
He's gotten through the walls. He's hacked the internet.
What does this AI companion button do? I want to press it. I didn't want to ruin the podcast.
You know
Press
what?
it,
Since
press
we're at
it,
the
press
end,
it.
let's press it.
Press it.
Oh, we haven't done all the stupid
Oh,
emojis
we have to
normally
ask.
do.
We
No,
have to.
yeah, we have. There we go.
Wait, I have to send a request to ask Dave to enable it.
Dave needs to pee, so
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well,
we'll try it next time.
alright, bye.
Thanks,
All right,
everyone.
bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.